nothing.
What up? 1 2 1 2. Hello. Am I on here?
Yeah, you on. Go on, say something. Shit, nah.
Hello. What up, man? What up? This is We Might Get Canceled, episode 3. We got a hell of a show today. Today we talking about comedy bullshit, okay? Comedy bullshit. And I got my co-host with me this week. What's up, mailman?
What up, though? What up, though? I'm in the building now. No cameras, no tricks, no nothing.
Yeah. We missed you last week when we had the snitches here.
Yeah.
We
I'm here now.
Yeah, we here now. And today's topic is called comedy bullshit.
I think you just like saying that
because
you could
really,
say
it was called Team Monique and Team DL.
well, you could. Okay, so hashtag
like, you
it.
changed
Hey, how y'all doing? You gonna finish introducing everybody? Because I don't want to take your show. Because you moving too slow. Come on, man. I got shit to do.
You here a whole nother hour.
Listen, y'all. D Jones talking
Hold
like
on.
he took some medication.
Hold on now, Coco.
My name is Coco, and
I
Jenny's
didn't even get to
mom.
you yet.
Well, what
I
did
was
you do?
introducing the show.
Introduce the people that they gonna hear talking. D Jones.
Right. And to
You
my
lick
right,
do you lick windows?
And to my right, my far right, is a brand new funny comic, funny as hell. Everybody make some noise for Judge Miles.
What's up? It's your favorite funny girl comedian, Judge Miles.
What's up, Judge? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
You ready
You
for
already know when the judge is in, the verdict is out.
That's what's up. And our very, very special guest, I call her the Oracle, the Queen of Detroit comedy. Yeah. Comedy legend, comedy just beast on the stage. Make some noise for the beautiful, talented, funny Miss Coco. Was that a better introduction? Was that a better introduction?
I guess. Listen. I'm still got half a mouth because I've been getting my mouth done for about a month now. So I think I done just got used to the way my jaw sink in on the right side. Like the liquor then eroded my teeth.
What's the dude on Batman? What's his name?
Bane?
No, the one with the half face.
Two-Face.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
For real,
that's what
mailman?
Yeah.
Your black ass.
Yes,
All right.
yes. And we got a call. We can call in today. We taking callers. If y'all want to call in, the number is 313 266-2811. That's 313-266-2811. I'm gonna keep giving that number out during the show.
Do it one more time. You gotta do it 3 times.
313-266-2811.
You did such a great job.
Thank you, Coco.
You're
Thank
so
you, Coco.
wonderful.
So the topic was Team DL and Team Monique. If you did not know, a couple weeks ago they were at the Fox Theater, and it was a controversy between Monique and DL about who the headliner was. Monique came out, cussed DL out. Afterwards, said that his wife was sucking the cow's dick and
What?
yeah, like you didn't know this?
No. She said he was a coward.
She said his wife sucked the cow's dick.
I know.
She said, I feel for her.
That's what she said.
His wife
She said,
and
I
his
feel for
child.
her.
It's her wife.
Oh, well,
Her
that's
wife is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we already see who team you're on. Shots fired.
Shots
Boom,
fired.
boom.
So let me start with my co-host first. Mel, what did you think about the whole situation?
I just thought it was stupid. I mean, I just thought just go do comedy, man. It's just whoever it is, the camera.
We can see
the camera more than y'all.
Man, we see you.
But no, it's. I just thought it was a bunch of BS. I just say go do comedy. You talking about who headline, who funny, this and that. And to me, I think if DL was running the thing, it was his radio station, it was this, that, and the other. And bottom line, I think he's the funniest one. So why not close it?
But okay, so wait a minute. Shots fired. So here's the thing. Just because his station was the sponsor does not give him sovereignty or the whole dominion over the show. So here's the technical part. And I done seen it happen a gazillion times. And I saw her receipts and I saw DL receipts and they've been going back and forth and all that. I do know this. Because listen, we may not ever know who was really technically supposed to headline.
Right.
So, but I do know this about promoters. I know promoters will shoot a move. I know promoters will have a conversation in dressing room and come across the hall and have a whole nother conversation.
Absolutely.
I know promoters will pit entertainers against each other, and we ain't talking about. Let's talk about this. I gotta say this. We're not talking about people that's getting paid $30, $40, $50, $60,000. It's people getting paid $30, $40, $50 that have allowed promoters or slash not producers, promoters or slash club owners to pit them against other comedians and other entertainers. If we ain't walking out with enough money to pay our mortgage, our lease payment, our car insurance, a car note, a tuition or something, why are we even arguing? What we beefing about? You ain't gonna make me argue with nobody. I'm sorry.
But they were. This is headline money though that we're talking about between
But
them two. I know what you mean. You talking about the local cats.
I understand, but I also I'm empathizing with. I understand Monique seemed like she felt some sense of betrayal because she expected DL to handle things differently. DL was like, although we cool or whatever, it was things that she said about my family that were personal, and he felt like he was under some type of attack because she said stuff about his wife and stuff like that. It's hard.
Well, let me ask you this, because you team Monique, right?
I like a lot of the things that she stands for, but some things that she recently did I don't agree with, but the overall meaning of what she stands for, I like it. Now let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I like a woman who stands on what she believes and she does not waver from it. Whether you believe she right or she wrong, she don't waver from it. Not for $1, not for opinion, not for anything. That's what I like about her.
But if she's wrong, you still gonna stand behind her?
Wrong is up to whoever they feel like it's up to. Who do we know who's right and what's wrong? What I can say about that situation is this. Why is it that, this is where I'm coming from, why is it that the woman always has to be the one who bows down? Why is it that if he had a contract and she had a contract, why he couldn't just say, you know what, I'll take it. I'll go, and then she can go. Whatever. Why he have to have a hissy fit? Wait a minute. Time out. They said he had a hissy. The words was a hissy fit.
From who,
so
Monique?
so much so that they said, "Hey, we need you to go out." So she had to do it.
Is that what Monique said? I've
asked a couple people who was there.
See,
Ain't this about being funny though?
Yeah,
but it is about being funny. It is about being talented. It is about the craft. But at the end of the day, sometimes when you feel like you're under attack, then you strike back. And sometimes as women, we tend to strike back. Sometimes as artists, I'm going to take the gender out of it. Sometimes as artists, we feel like we are under attack, so we strike back. So why couldn't he go out if that was the case and close the show?
Yeah.
If the money wasn't changing,
right?
Why he have a hissy fit, and why she have to be the one to go out and tuck her tail and still do the show, and then y'all mad at her because she did comedy.
Is that tucking
she
your
did
tail?
comedy. Y'all mad because she did comedy with it?
No,
and y'all got
she
mad. It was.
didn't.
Hold on. I ain't trying to take your show with me. Y'all got to talk one at a time.
I heard she did an awesome job, and people was cheering. From the clip that I seen, people were cheering for her. People were cheering for her, and people were standing up, and people were carrying her on. So don't try to play her like she was just bombing.
But listen, let me ask you a question. Were people cheering and rooting and carrying on for her because they was rallying for her cause?
I think it was both.
Or did she actually come out of that
And tell jokes
and get into her set? And I'm just saying this as a comedian. Did they rally for her because she was championing a cause, kumbaya, and that's right, tell them, girl? Or did she segue out of that and go into a set? Because once you go
That's
there...
what I heard.
Okay, well,
I heard she segued out of it and tore it down.
But I need you to answer that question.
Answer that question.
That's the question. Because
I think they was doing it for both. I think they was channeling her on for the cause, but I also think that she was funny because
you a Monique fan?
No, prior to this, I think she's obnoxious sometimes, but I do like what she stands for. When she stood for what she did with Lee Daniel. But we talking about the whole situation, and the whole situation is how she behaved and what people believe versus DL. And I'm telling you, overall, I like what she stands for.
How she behaved to me was super unprofessional.
Okay, that's what you think.
Yeah, even if I got a
It's a
problem with
comedy show,
yeah,
sweetheart.
if I got a problem with a comic, we all opened up for people we thought we was funnier than. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kill it so you can't follow
Listen,
me.
if that was a man, we wouldn't even be talking about this. If
Oh,
a
yes, he
man
would.
would, I know.
Oh,
I don't believe so.
Baby,
You don't
baby,
think so?
I don't
listen,
believe so.
listen.
I don't
Let me
believe so.
let me
It
say
happens all
this.
the time.
Let me
If
say
this
let me
was
say
Cat
this.
Williams-
I
Hold
don't
on,
believe so.
hold on. Let me say this, and I'm finna say this with Lord, forgive me for my errors. I'm finna say this with my 31 years of doing this. I've seen men do exactly what she did. It wasn't nobody tape it and all that. And I've seen men do that backstage, threaten to leave, F this, blah, 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 blah. And in that instant, the producer, the production team, and the promoter got to make a decision. So because Monique brought it to the forefront and engaged the audience in it, was the only reason we found out what was going on. I done seen that happen 100 times, and they like, hey, Coco, you hosting, go out there and buy some time, and when we ready, we gonna give you the signal. And I'm like, okay, this 5 or 10 minutes, and it wound up being 20 or 25 minutes. I've seen it with R&B artists. I've seen it with comedians. I've seen it more often than not, but it don't make it to the stage.
Right.
But what I'm
Right.
saying is, if it made it to the stage, if a man behaved in the same magnitude where he doing a little bit of comedy, you may not say it was comedy, but I got a couple jokes here and there out of what she was saying. When she ran across there, that was funny as hell. She put some comedy still in what she said, and just like rappers do, they take it to the radio booth with it. That's what she did. She took it on the stage. The issue was, see, y'all not used sometimes to real mother beeps. That's what I
cuss. You can say motherfuckers
That's
on
not
here.
y'all. Wait a minute, I'm talking about
say-
the people who going against how she handled it. I believe y'all not used to realness.
because-
Sometimes people gonna bring it to you. They ain't gonna wait. They ain't gonna talk to you behind stage. They gonna bring it right there
Okay,
and
so
then.
tell me this. Answer this question. If you come to a comedy show and you come to see me and D Jones and me and him mad, we walk on stage and we playing Tunk for 45 minutes. Are you mad enough? You didn't see a goddamn comedy show. Not a big bitch run across stage yelling at everybody.
So wait.
You didn't see a comedy show.
So
no, what was the comedy at?
She was entertaining
To who?
to people.
To her fans.
I've asked. To her
only to
fans.
her
People
fans.
Let's
But
be clear. People
them
came to
7
see
people did
Monique.
clap for her.
Stop playing with that lady. DL Hughes is not that funny. Y'all acting like
but listen,
y'all acting
but
like
hold
he
on,
was just
hold
so
on,
funny. Y'all
hold on.
And Monique
hold on.
is?
She right there.
Hold on, watch
Funny,
this, watch
wait a minute,
this.
hold
She
on.
right there.
Funny. First of all, funny is a
Y'all trying to
subjective.
play her.
Funny is a subjective variable because it's a lot of people that may not be funny according to what we think, but they check account and they movie
Right.
deals and all that say different. While we sit around and argue about
Who funny?
Hennessy and bullshit. Okay, they getting all kind of endorsement deals and living
Globes and Emmys.
all
I
of that
just
stuff.
don't want-
And all the people that's talking ain't got it.
And so here's the other thing. I remember when Cat Williams and Steve Harvey did Joe Louis Arena.
Yep. New
I
Year's.
hosted that show, right? Steve Harvey was performing on stage. They had a boxing ring on stage, right? And Steve Harvey was on stage, and the whole build-up was Cat Williams and Steve Harvey had this beef. Now both of them, you know, they both of them getting the checks.
Right.
Steve on stage. Cat Williams come out with a emerald green. Anybody that remember this show, chime in. Cat Williams had on a emerald green silk, green and white boxing robe. While Steve Harvey was on stage, Cat Williams comes through the back of Joe Louis Arena, and as everybody started looking like, oh my goodness, all the attention shifted from Steve on stage to Cat Williams, and Cat Williams just stood there like Mighty Mouse and took all the attention. He didn't say nothing. He didn't do nothing but stood there. But it took all the wind out of Steve Harvey's sail just by him walking out there and standing there. He didn't have to say nothing. Now there were certain things that were said on stage that you kind of like, oh, okay, that's what's
He
going on.
roasted him, right?
It was some banter and some back and forth or whatever. Maybe not to the degree of what Monique did, but that rivalry stuff has been going on. It's two comedians right now that still beef.
Me and Mailman.
Man, no. And
Motherfucker.
here the crazy part. Both of them getting money.
But y'all, I think that we missing some of the point that she's bringing up and people
but this
of
is
her fans
this the
that's bringing
point
up.
I don't want to happen.
Okay.
I don't want other comics thinking that's cool to go out there and just cuss people out before a show and then not give people a show.
Listen, you have to use common sense.
But that's
You
not
gotta use common sense.
professionalism.
Common sense ain't common.
You have to. I mean, yeah.
Common
But you
sense.
can't blame her if somebody
even
do it.
even
We
if you
grown.
don't
We
think
adults.
DL wasn't funny, he was professional.
Listen.
After what she did,
Jokes and went on about a beer.
yeah.
Listen, everybody always want to say what somebody coulda, shoulda, woulda did until
But
they
you
get
just said it.
until they get disrespected.
Hold on, first of
Until
all, I've
they
been
get
there.
disrespected though, and
So we ain't talking about a nigga that did a couple of shows.
but-
So what's
and
more
played
disrespected?
with all the time.
You going first or you not getting your money?
It's not about that. It's about the way he handled it. It was that he put on a show to the point where they made her go out, and if she would have left, she would have broke contract.
So you think it's
she
wrong
was
for
supposed
him
to
what
go.
he did?
He should
But
have manned up,
sweetheart,
let her go.
sweetheart, listen. Let me help you.
They both had a
Let
contract.
me help you navigate through this small bullshit
Okay,
that you
I'm
don't
listening.
understand.
I'm listening.
Let me help you through this small bullshit. At the end of the day, both of the checks cleared.
Period.
And there were options. There are always options and choices and decisions that you could consciously make to say, how am I going to handle this and what direction do I want to go in? Yes, you could take all your anger on stage. And I understand.
I don't see it as anger. I saw passion.
Okay, well, okay.
Hey, this is we
Okay.
agree to disagree.
Okay.
I saw passion. I ain't see
Okay.
anger.
Okay.
I
Well,
seen- I
you
seen
could
a
take your
hissy fit,
unbridled.
you know.
You could take. Hold on. You could take. Hold on. Hold on.
Whatever you want to say.
You could take your unbridled passion.
Liz
You
Crafton.
could take your unbridled passion and go on stage and you could vent and do whatever you deem necessary with your audience and your time and your space. You have that right as an artist. But here is the other part. Then once you do that and somebody else handles the situation differently and you produce receipts and they produce receipts, how long do you fight before you concede your position?
I
And I'm
agree.
saying for both of them.
I agree.
Can I ask
I
you
agree.
two a question?
Yes, sir.
Have you guys ever been in that situation? And if not, how would you have handled it?
I mean, I could sit here now and say I would not have done that, but I have been definitely disrespected in the comedy game. I'm talking about this damn
But I'm talking about
respected.
that same situation where somebody's like, either I'm the headliner and I'm going last, or they like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not following her, she following me type of
Petty
deal.
shit.
Okay, but is petty when you're making $100. When you're making 100,000, is executive decisions.
Right.
So I would handle it. I'd go on stage. Now my beef is not with the comedian. It ain't with the producer.
with the promoter.
It ain't with the promoter. My motherfucking beef with the audience, because I'm taking all that bullshit and give it to the motherfuckers.
Right.
I'm giving every pound, every ounce, every kilogram, everything I got in me as a comedian. When I walk off stage, I'm gonna walk past them and like, you next.
Right.
And not in a vindictive way, but in a way just to prove to myself that I ain't got to subject my emotions to this bullshit, because I've had that happen. Let me tell you a quick story what happened. It's this comedy club in Toronto called Yuck Yucks. And on Sunday night, they do the Nubian night. Yeah, it's Black Night, right? So first time I go there, I go to Toronto, I'm excited and all that stuff. And Tommy Davidson walk in, right? I'm headlining. Tommy Davidson walk in. I'm in the back of the club, standing by the steps. Tommy walk in. The host come up to me. Kenny was like, "Hey, Coco." I said, "I see him." Listen, no. He said, so he said he only gonna go up and do 10 to 15 minutes. You got an audience of 425 people.
Oh, he about to do an hour.
You got standing room only at Yucca Yucks. You got the Toronto Raptors. You got everybody
Actors,
in this club. Mel, you'd have been there. Listen. Tommy Davidson said he only gonna do 10 to 15 minutes. I'm in the back. Tommy Davidson does 35, 40 minutes. Destroys the room. I'm talking about a standing ovation. I done damn near tore my bra off, pacing. Because in the back of the club, it's a flight of stairs that go up to the street. I done ran up the steps, down the steps. Man, you know the steps.
I know the steps to go out to Young Street.
Yes, out to Young. I done ran up the motherfucking steps, down the steps. I'm in the back like... Tommy destroyed the room. My issue wasn't with Tommy. My issue was with that audience.
Right.
Kenny went on stage, as only a host could do,
Right.
and brought me right up. I didn't breathe till I was about 17 minutes into my set. The mic was in the stand. I didn't even take the mic out none of that. I got a standing ovation. Tommy was like, hey, we need to hang out. Man, listen, I had told my brother, I said, listen, when I move the mic,
And furthermore, likewise,
told me. I knew you had her.
thinking it.
Oh.
That's what she told you.
Oh my God.
you went to a different house.
So that's what I was
Well,
saying, y'all.
damn.
What I don't like about the whole situation is everybody is negating the fact that she felt disrespected. It wasn't just this instance. She also gave another instance prior to this how she felt like his crew disrespected her husband and how he has been moving. And then on that night, it appears that it was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Boom. She did what she did, how she did it. But now people are like, oh, she's not even funny. She
sorry,
doesn't even have any jokes.
can you back up for a
She's the
second?
one that has all of the accolades.
Oh no, I
Let's
get
put
that.
some respect
But
on her name.
Let's back up. You said she had a problem because somebody made fun of her husband.
Everybody.
Not
You
fun
are
of her
a
husband. It wasn't
comedian.
make fun of her husband. This was a disrespectful question. The question was, would he rather suck somebody's that, Lee Daniel without a condom? Somebody,
comedian.
like, it was still disrespectful. That was disrespectful. So if that's the case, then we should be saying to D.L. Hughley what she said. He's a comedian. Why he crying about what she said then? Let's have the same
No,
energy.
He said
Let's
keep
have
it with
it.
me. I'm with the joke. He said
No,
that.
he was crying. He was like, she annihilated me on stage before I came out. She really
No, he
tried
said,
to
no.
eviscerate me.
He said, I could take what she said. I'm paraphrasing what she said about me.
Right,
but
right,
once she introduced my children
Oh, that
and
was
my
later on.
wife, I know, but it's certain things in life. Let me just say this. It is certain things in life, daughter, that are off limits.
I agree.
It is certain conversations you cannot have. It is certain things that just ethically that are off limits and certain conversations that you just don't have. But when you're angry, and I love Monique, don't ever get it twisted. She shouted me out, hey, we see fishing back and all that. But there are certain, when you get to a certain point where you're angry and you upset and you feel like you backed against the wall. So let's separate this. Let's make it a trinity. Monique is very talented.
Very.
She's an amazing actress and all those things.
And she is also a good comedian.
Hold on.
Let's be honest.
I've only seen her in the Parkers.
This my story. Let me tell my
That
story.
lasted for a
Didn't
long
I say
time.
we was
I
gonna do a
hated the
trending?
Parkers.
Then we said, no. She's an amazing actress. She is an amazing comedian.
I seen her house. Her house is amazing.
Listen, she's an amazing
Shit.
comedian, and she's done a lot of things that publicly the public don't know about. So in terms of giving comedians opportunities and being radio and syndicated and all that stuff like that, she's always done that, doing the radio and all of that. I think sometimes when you feel attacked, you fight back. Mm-hmm. And I think it was a response, and it garnered a lot of attention, and it continues to garner a lot of attention. My question is, what has the comedy world learned from that? Because it's still bullshit going on. It's still comedians that's
But I
telling.
don't agree. That's what I'm saying. Some people are not going to agree. So we in the comedy world, and some people are not going to agree with the views that you guys have.
No, I'm not talking about that part.
Okay.
I'm talking about the unprofessionalism that ain't even on stage at the Fox. I'm talking about the unprofessionalism that's on stage at all the other spots and all the other locations. I have an utter disdain for the lack of professionalism
I agree.
in the comedy world, period. It lacks creativity. And I'm saying, being from Detroit, I rarely ever go out. And when I go out, let me take that back. I pick and choose when I go out. But when I go out, I don't see any creativity. I don't. I see replications and duplications of something that I saw 2 days ago from another comedian. Especially among the female comics in Detroit. If you go see this person, you didn't see this person and that person. There's no creativity. There's no professionalism. Nobody respects the mic. Nobody knows that if you're hosting, you're not a host liner. You host.
I
You
can't
go
stand
up,
it.
welcome the crowd. You bring the comic up, and you keep it going.
Yep.
That's another one of my issues. Another issue is time constraints. Be on motherfucking
Be on time. That drive me nuts.
Be on
drives me
time. Be on time. Work on your craft. Learn your craft. Nobody wants to learn what the fuck they doing.
Facts.
I got a message from a young lady, a DM from a young lady on Instagram, and I sent her back with all the love and everything. I said, hey, read this book. Get this book. What's the book, D. Jones?
The Comedy Bible?
Absolutely. I think everybody who has a desire, not just to be a comedian, but to be able to convey some comedic sentiment on stage, needs to read that book. Because we just want to jump up there. Comedy is the most disrespected form of entertainment. Everybody know they can't sing. Everybody know they can't dance. But everybody is a comedian. And when I hear people say this, I want to bust them in the head. Yeah, I'm a comedian. I've been doing comedy 20 years. For every year that you've been doing comedy, where you done worked.
Right.
You know how many people, mailman, me and you just had this conversation the other day. Yeah, I'm a comedian. I've been doing comedy 20 years. Where? When was the last time you was on the road? What clubs have you worked?
I remember one time you asked me, how long you been doing comedy? I was like, 6 years. You was like, no, you ain't. You keep stopping. You was like, you probably did it for 2 years straight. And I was like, damn, you right.
Yeah.
You right. Because I kept like, yeah, I want to do this. Yeah, I want to do, you know what I'm saying?
And you got to take it serious.
You got to take it serious. And some people, like it's people out here that just do their own shows and they don't get on no mics. Yeah. But they're a comedian.
They
Like
innovate.
But who made them?
No.
They
Who
can be
made them?
innovative.
No. Shut up, girl. I almost hit you in your
can.
eyeball.
They can.
No.
That's
They
like-
can.
that's
They
like-
making their own way, and we out here discussing whether or not
listen.
they're
But
comedian or not.
listen.
That's-
If they got
Don't-
seats in the
listen.
pants, making people laugh, and they're
No,
doing it consistently.
listen, sweetheart.
That's disrespectful.
Those the same
Okay.
comedians that say they doing their own thing that will double
I see
back
people doing it.
and then trying to get booked somewhere, but you're not working. And then you'll say, I wish I could show y'all some of my DMs. You say you working and you a comedian, and then when I come see you, you on stage, and then what you think? I think you need to work on your craft. You saying that you've been a comedian for 6 or 7 years. You're not. You's a motherfucking clown, nigga.
It's
you
a
on
hobby
stage.
to you.
No, it ain't even a hobby. You're a jester. Nigga, put some curly shoes on and a motherfucking red, white, and blue shoe and clap your hands together. You're not a comedian. You're disrespecting the craft. You ain't bringing...
Because and my thing is like, so I know a guy who paints portraits, right?
Oh, I
a
thought you was
great
about to
artist.
start some
No,
shit.
he's a great artist, paint portraits, right? If you want him to paint a mural, he'll do it, right? Now, if I just sketch some shit, be like, oh, I'm an artist.
Yeah, see? Thank
It
you.
ain't the same.
It's not.
Just because I go trace some shit every blue moon
And get a
does not
coloring
make me
book.
an artist.
You didn't say every blue moon at first. You said that they do their own private events. That's
Right.
comedy. They could be consistently. They could
No,
be
they not.
constantly getting
But
booked
Judge Miles,
with
they're
private
not.
events.
They're not doing it consistently.
I'm devil's
And you know how you could tell they're not doing it consistently when you go watch them on stage and they can't command an audience. When you go watch them on stage and they don't have a stage presence.
Okay.
When you go watch them on stage.
Okay.
When you go watch them on stage and they pulling on their clothes, or you go watch them on stage and they drunk and they repeating the same joke 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
When you go watch them on stage and they be talking about, Coco, you think I could get booked? Nigga, yeah, you could get hit in the head with a book. You ain't gonna get booked to work nowhere.
It's a cat
Okay.
in my DMs. He texts me all these flyers that he do. He like, when you gonna book me? I said, dog, can you come do a guest spot? No, I don't do no guest spots. How I know
What's
you
wrong with
funny?
guest spots? Guest spots are good and a great way to, to do
Yeah,
your
but I'm
craft.
like-
No, it's comics that
See, these people think
it's
they
comics
just-
it's comics that refuse to do a guest spot. Listen,
That's a mess.
Listen. Okay,
Can't
and
stand
because
them.
I talk to Mel and D Jones a lot, I got a comedian right now who swears that he been a comedian 25 years. So when we had a conversation, he swears he's been a comedian 25 years. But I don't come out because when I come out, I ain't for all of that. All of what? All of what? You don't. You
Maybe
bomb.
the drama.
No, he bombed because he
It's
don't
drama,
work on.
man.
No, not if you focused on what you're doing.
That's true, but it be
If you
drama
listen,
like that.
listen. If you focus on what you're doing,
That's true.
you don't hear small voices.
Yes.
When
Now
you're a
that's a
grown
word.
motherfucker, you don't hear small voices.
Freaking word.
You don't hear them. I don't hear that shit.
That's a good word.
I don't hear them little small ass, petty ass voices.
That's a good word.
I ain't, listen, between God and my family and my body and my health
And your
I don't-
purpose.
and I don't hear them little bitty voices. Yeah, you want to do? See, cause I'm gonna come and I'm gonna come and do. Okay, well, come do a guest spot. Yeah, I thought about coming to do a guest spot, but that don't mean I'm gonna get. You're not working nowhere as a comedian. You're not working anywhere as a comedian. And I don't. A lot of stuff I do, I don't post because I don't want to hear all of that.
Right.
I'm doing the show.
Talk to him.
Okay. So listen, this Friday in Idlewild, and we talking about positions, right?
Next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday. Thank you very much. They doing a comedy show, and they always do comedy shows and blues shows, gospel shows, and stuff up in Idlewild. So it's comedy in the wild. Guy Torrey, everybody know who Guy Torrey is.
Yeah.
Nationally recognized headliner, or whatever. Guy Torrey is hosting the show because it's his event, and I'm headlining the show.
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay, now if I get there and Guy Torrey say, hey, Coco, guess what? I want you to host, and I'm a headline. My money ain't changing. All right, guys. Shit, I'm still working.
I've seen that happen.
I just have one question though. Can I just ask? I want to ask you this, mailman, because this is serious and I want a real answer. Okay, Coco, you made a good.
Give her a fake answer.
You made a good point when you said some things are just off topic. You shouldn't talk about morally, ethically. You should know better.
And that's just for me.
Okay,
that's
for
for
you.
me. That's for me.
And I agree to some extent. But I want to know, with people like Richard Pryor and all the people who came way before us, who was raw, rugged, ratchet, they was gonna say what they was gonna say, and they was gonna leave that right there, and it is what it is. That was comedy. Why now are we so freaking sensitive?
No,
Why are we? Wait a minute, wait. But this is what I want to know. Why are we not allowing people to express themselves how they choose fit while they're doing their set?
Because
Hold on. You put that
Period.
toward the most no filter happening.
Wait,
Yeah,
but-
so
yeah,
what's the difference?
I'm not the one that acted. I don't care. I don't care if your mama
but
did
this
it.
this
Okay,
is
that's what
this,
I want to know. What was
I
so
don't care
bad
about your
that she said she's a comedian? Why are we
Good
got
night,
our
folks.
panties and a bunch?
but Richard Pryor and Pygmy Markham
Okay.
and Moms Mabley and all those people, when they talked about those off subject, Dick Gregory, when they talked about those off subject or those blue things, they had so much content and context to what they were saying, you were not offended by it. A lot of these people just want to go on stage and say something, and they want the shock factor. Richard Pryor, when he talked about blowing himself up smoking crack, and when he talked about all that stuff, he had did so much context and donated the whole information around it. You was like, I wasn't offended. These new comics, some of them, they just want to say it like, yeah, and then he bent me over and put a tree trunk in my booty.
So let me
I'm
say,
really
let me
offended
say
by
this.
what Monique said. When you heard it, was you really like, oh my God? Was you like, I mean, shit,
let
she
me
has to
say-
say it.
let me
But
say
it's
this,
like,
though.
Go
Let me say
ahead,
this.
I'm gonna come back to that.
I think, like your question, I think sometimes comics don't know their audience.
Okay.
And I think that's a big deal.
I
like,
almost kissed you.
like-
I see you as my nephew.
because like I've done shows where
Shut up.
it's kids in there,
Mm-hmm.
and the niggas like, where the girls at with the good pussy? Like, dog, know your audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, you can't just go to certain places and be super ghetto, and that's not the type of crowd this is.
Okay, but look, what if they booked you? They know who you are.
Sometimes
they booked
they
you.
don't know.
No. I ask.
Somebody might have
every
referred you,
single
but the whole
person
audience
who
don't know
books
you.
Me, hey, do you know that my comedy is raw, real, and raunchy? I cuss a lot.
Oh,
I
then
say
they
dick
book you
and
good
pussy.
then.
They say to me, it's fine. and you get there and it's a kid there. What the?
That's
you want me to do?
No.
I really want to know.
But I think,
but you can be funny without cussing.
But I think
I can. But if I choose to in my set, that's my set. Who are you to say whatever
well,
about my set?
but let me
That's what I'm
let
saying.
me help
That's what
you
the audience is
out.
there for.
Let me-
They're
let
gonna
me just-
critique you.
Let me just
That's
help
what they're there
you.
for.
Let me
there because they want to hear it. That's why they booked it.
No.
That's not true.
Sometimes people don't know, and I'm helping you because you're a black woman, and I want you to get this all this shit that I missed in my 31 years. I want you to get some.
I'm
of it.
listening.
They I do this.
Metaphorically.
It's this calms me down.
She said she was gonna put him on the glass.
No. Even though a person may book you because you blue or you raunchy or whatever, you are not there for that one promoter that booked you.
Right.
Because if it's 300 people in the audience, you have to see that as prospective 300 additional jobs.
Right.
So once you get to the venue and you see that it's children there and all of those things, you have to say, I'm professional enough to shift my gears.
Yep, absolutely.
So the promoter may say, yeah, because he's just a promoter.
And
He's
he
not
might wanna hear it.
He's not the producer. And people need to know the difference between a producer and a promoter. A promoter is the person basically that's saying, come on, we're going to do this over here. The producer is the one who orchestrates everything and put it together. So he may want to hear you talk nasty. He may want to...
And it may be an adult event and the kids just shouldn't be there.
Okay, but let's say
well,
this
but listen.
Or a child.
Okay, but let's say...
What
let's
if
say
somebody's grandparents is there?
and
You
let's
still
say...
gonna-
And let's
a
say
lot of
this...
freaky grandparents.
No, listen
listen,
to
I
this.
had
Listen to
somebody
this.
tell me they didn't want me to cuss because the lady, the Tina Graham, I'm gonna say who it was. Tina Graham was there. They didn't want me to use no profanity. They was so scared. They was up in the uproar. But I got there. I said, but you know my comedy. I said, okay. I got up there. I did my comedy. Do you know when I got down, that lady hugged me, was laughing at the jokes, told me how funny they were, told me she enjoyed it. I'm not gonna allow people.
I'm gonna ask you a
to
question. Let me ask you a question.
Dictate me.
Okay,
But
let me
that's
Not all the time.
hold on,
Sometimes
hold
I
on.
will.
Let me ask you a question. And I'm just saying, are you just that one comedian, because that's just one check, or do you want to be able to go to do the auto show and get a $10,000 check, do a corporate show, do a show for breast cancer and get that check, or do you just want to be that one dimension? And I'm just asking, and it's a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
Do you just want to be that person? I'm real raunchy, racy, and all that stuff, and that's fine. That's one lane,
Right.
But do you want to be able, like, oh yeah, call Judge Miles. She could do corporate. She could do church. She could do the breast cancer event. She could do all of that. So do you want multiple streams of income or just the income that raunchy, racy, or whatever? And I'm not saying sell out to being raunchy and racy.
Right.
I'm just saying as a black woman, we have to be able to cook up the bacon, straighten the motherfucking hair, give birth, be a midwife, chase somebody out your house, kill roaches, and all of that. The more you're able to do, the
absolutely.
more valuable you can make yourself be.
But some people just have a niche, and some people choose to stay in that niche. It's not that they can't do other things. It's
you
not.
listen,
I'm
you
not
too
saying that
talented
they
to paint
can't.
yourself in
I'm
the
saying
corner.
it's not that they can't do other things. What I'm saying is that if they choose to, because we hear this all the time about people being raunchy, but I see comedians all the time who have made it all the way to the TV screen, who are raunchy, who cuss, who have not deviated from who they are,
But
they still
they have
made
some.
That's what
it.
you
they
seen.
have.
You don't know
but
what other
listen,
show they
listen,
did.
listen,
You see it.
Listen,
Listen,
but they
that lady
have.
Pat, she
listen.
cuss and talk about.
But let me tell you
crack
about.
and
Can
all
I tell?
type of
Can I tell you
things.
about Pat?
talking
Can I
about
tell you
real
about Pat?
Yeah,
Let me tell you
but
about Pat. Listen. Pat is relatable and she's diverse
Right.
enough, and what she says transcends her audience. That's number one. Number two, Pat is in a time and in a flow and in the ebb where we want to see that woman that looks like her. And trust me, Pat been in the game enough where Pat is a chameleon. Don't let what you see be everything that you know, because that's
Right.
not it.
But what I'm saying is, she is being who she
Okay, let me
is.
ask you a question. Let's say
She
you have
is being raunchy and cursing and telling stories
But
that
she
are
can
out
do,
the
hold on,
but
wall.
she
Let me
can
say
do
this. Let me say
other
this.
things.
Let me say this.
She
Let me
has
say
a
this.
whole nother thing that
Pat.
makes
Fuck
her
Pat.
marketable.
Okay.
Who is
See, I got
Pat?
him going. I got him going. Miss Pat, I got him going. I got him going.
Okay, you having a family reunion.
Okay.
You book me and D Jones. Okay, we cool. You know
Yeah.
how we are. your grandmama and your auntie and everybody sitting. I walk up to them like, yeah, these hoes like they suck dick. Look at grandma all day. Look at this old stupid looking bitch.
No,
That's what you saying. That's what you saying.
Let me do my thing.
You can't sit there now.
Suck a mean dick. Look at this old bitch. This bitch about to die. You old dusty stupid looking bitch.
That's not comedy.
What it is? That's his interpretation of comedy. See? Don't backpedal. Don't backpedal. Oh, hell no. Get off the bike if you're going to backpedal.
Just because you
I want your grandmama to suck my dick. Your old auntie and say, look, put my dick in your mouth, you old bitch.
No, I did not say
Take
that.
your
Was
teeth
not the
out.
content. That was
Wait a
not the
minute.
content.
But you said raunchy.
So how
said
tell-
Your raunchy ain't his raunchy.
No, exactly. That
But
was
you booked
that
me
was a
knowing
bit
I'm
much.
out cold like that.
That was
Oh, wait a minute, hold
Knowing
on.
I'm out
Then
cold
that's
like
on
that.
them. Then that's on them.
Right,
So-
so I'm gonna be in your grandma's face. So you gonna be saying, hey, look at you old bitch.
I didn't say,
Suck my dick,
I
you
don't
old
want you to
bitch.
say that. I don't
Oh,
want you to say
so
that. That's not what I said.
hold on.
That's not
Now she
what
wants
I
to
said.
censor you.
That's not what I said.
Hold on.
I didn't say anything.
With her hypocrite ass. Now she want to censor you. Miss Dick Sucker 2022, 2023. Now she want to censor you.
I'm love.
The queen of cum. Now you want to censor him.
Right, I love
The cum queen.
Raunchy, okay? I motherfucking love Raunchy, okay? But what I'm saying is, I didn't use them choice words. You saying you going up to
But
a
that's
grandma
not comedy.
behaving
But you know-
That's not comedy.
I didn't say that's what I was talking about.
But you know you limiting your money, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't say that. I didn't
But
say
you said,
that
no,
have
hold
to be-
on.
how your
Roll the
family
tape
gonna
back.
look at you?
Roll the tape back, GB. Listen, this what you
Yeah.
said, Judge. This
But
what you
I
said. Hold on.
understand.
You said, hold on. Let me get the point. Because if a promoter hire me and he know that I'm raunchy, racy, and risque, and that's what he gonna get. So now when Mailman showing up, it's a problem.
No, he came out aggressive and fucking just.
What?
Oh my
What's the
God.
difference?
Ain't no difference.
Yes, it wasn't difference. First of all, I didn't even give y'all an example. I never gave y'all
But
an
you said
example.
Ron-
But we
So
done
listen.
seen you on stage.
What is wrong, raunchy? What you just did?
That's
you
what- that's your
basically
jokes.
assaulted a motherfucker. You went
How?
up to the grandma talking about put my dick in your motherfucking mouth.
Hold on.
What?
Do you know how many comedians do that?
Wait. Do you
Wait, hold on.
Don't you talk about eating ass?
Listen, I don't go up to no grandma's talking about eating no motherfucking
How you know they're not in the audience?
and putting it in their motherfucking
But
mouth
don't
and
you
doing
talk
all
about
that.
eating
I
ass.
talk about my experiences. He
Eating
talk
ass.
about
It's the
them.
same shit.
Okay, no, it's not.
it.
The same shit. No, it's not. It was a bit, it was
same
a
shit.
bit more aggressive. I would like for it to be turned into some jokes, please.
I'm gonna flip it
Yeah,
every time.
But now
I'm
you want
The
to.
old bitch is sucking dick. That's gonna be the joke.
But now you want to censor him.
Give me that. Give
can't
me
censor
that.
I'm
yourself.
gonna suck the insure out your ass, Granny.
Okay, that's perfect. See what I'm saying? Now that's great. I love that. I love that. See what I'm saying? That was quite different from what Bender gave me some shit.
Yeah, I might write that one down.
Wait a minute.
I might write that
He
down.
just said, I'm a suck dick.
But you see how funny that was? Yes.
Mine
That
was
was
worse than
funny.
that shit.
Because Granny's drinking Sure, so that's great. You know, that was like.
But it's coming out their ass. Wait, how is mine worse?
I loved it.
Well, you just a raunchy
So wait,
comedian.
excuse
Fuck it.
me.
That's just the bottom line. She want to be raunchy.
Wait a
Let her be
minute.
raunchy.
Wait.
Let people
can't
do
pick and choose, right?
Hold on, Judge Miles.
But you should have multiple sets.
D. Jones, hold on. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't go where y'all
Tell
went.
the people who we are and introduce the people that's on the show.
Yes.
Okay, let me reintroduce this show.
Yes. Because the same people ain't listening.
So, this is We Might Get Canceled. We've been talking about
Oh, you might really get canceled.
comedy bullshit. I just said I'll suck insure out of a granny's ass. This is my co-host, Mailman. He just talked about eating granny's pussy and having granny suck your dick. This is the queen
Judge
of
Miles Granny.
Judge Miles Granny. You want Judge
Granny
Miles
might be
Granny.
with it, baby.
See?
That's what you don't know.
Judge Miles is a raunchy comic,
See what I'm saying?
and she's gonna do her raunchy comedy anywhere they book her.
But she's selective
No, but I
raunchy.
know.
I can't be
but
raunchy.
I know. No, I never said that. I gave an example. I'm giving.
And we
an
got
example.
the Detroit queen
How y'all
of
doing?
comedy.
Don't
Coco
limit
in the building.
me to Detroit. Please don't do that. Don't
But
do
you
that.
are Detroit's queen.
Don't-
I did not
don't do
limiting
that.
you just to Detroit,
Yeah,
but you are the queen.
You just painted me in a corner.
No, I I did not.
No.
It's two people I think.
You like to get caught up in shit.
No,
Just
no,
get
no,
out
no,
of
no,
it.
no.
You
It's
know,
just two
just
people I
move
think
on.
run Detroit.
I'm Coco, y'all.
I think
I'm
you the queen of Detroit.
I'm the other Coco.
Anywhere you go, you good anywhere in this city.
Yeah.
Right? You are the queen.
but
Aretha
listen.
gone, it's you.
Listen.
Aretha is gone, it is you.
I understand what you're saying. But listen, and I know this sounds.
You are a queen, period.
I get that, but when you limit somebody to an area,
You
city,
drive a
or
throne.
regions, when you limit somebody to an area or region, you paint them in the corner. That's all.
You can line the little ridges in your hair and have a crown.
I know, but I don't.
A tiara.
Lord have
Just let me be Coco, the comedian.
Okay,
from
whatever.
Detroit.
Coco from Highland
To
Park.
me, you the queen.
Okay, thank you.
And then to me, I'm appointing Jalen Rose the greatest Detroit ever.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
That's to me.
You said Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose is the greatest Detroit ever.
Okay, so I got a question. I want
my-
to shift gears.
Yeah.
And I got a
How
hard.
much time we got left?
Cause we
10
having
minutes?
such a good
10 minutes?
time.
10 minutes?
So
We
I-
recording this? Okay. All right.
Can we do our taglines again? I'm changing mine.
Yeah,
Listen.
yeah.
So I got
don't see it on here.
a question. I have a question, and I ain't taking over your show, but I got
This your world.
okay.
Queen.
It's a question, and this is a question that whenever it's a statement first. Whenever I hear, and it's unsolicited. Whenever I hear a comedian say this, sometimes it don't go good.
What
Okay,
is
let's hear it. Woo, you got something like.
it? See if I ever said this before.
Out of the blue, like let's say we in the green room and we finna do a show, and it's another comedian in here, and they come in and they talk, oh hey D Jones, hey Judge Miles, hey Mailman, hey Coco, and we talking about so and they be like, yeah, because I've been doing comedy 10 years.
Oh shit!
Are you talking about somebody specific?
No, I'm just talking
be
about
people.
I'm just talking about when I hear a comedian do that, and ain't nobody asked them.
Oh, you like
It go left.
Showboat.
But I've never seen it. Usually people ask, like, how
seen
long
it.
you been
I've
doing
seen
comedy?
it. I've
But
seen
Mel,
it.
they just
It's a lot of
I've never. We got a caller?
we got
Okay.
caught.
All right, let's
Okay.
see who's on this line. Hello. Hello, caller.
We love that.
Hello, caller.
Oh,
They
call
hung
back,
up. Call
please.
back. Call
We're
back.
excited to talk to you.
313-366.
266.
266.
You know what?
Dyslexic.
266-2811.
Okay.
313-266-2811.
Okay.
Okay, so why do you think people project like that? Why? I think it's an insecurity, but what you
That's what
think?
it is.
We feel like we have a point to prove.
Yeah.
And it be unsolicited.
Yeah.
I did a show recently, and I can't say where the show was, but it was a really, really nice, great corporate show. It was a great check too. But we was all sitting in the green room, and one of the comedians on the show came in, and she started talking, and we was just kicking it like, ooh, blah, blah, blah. We was talking about everything other than, and she said, because I've been doing comedy 12 years and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I got a room this night, and that night. And immediately I was like, okay. It made me, because I was going to stay in my dressing room, but it made me,
Go look at they set.
yep.
Yeah.
To see how funny
that's
they
just
is.
like when people call you out and be like, she's so very funny. I hate when people do that too, because you want to know why?
Oh, sometimes we do that to put pressure on you.
I hate it. It don't put no pressure on me because I'm going to do me. But what I don't like is this. I let the people decide. People be like, are you funny? Funny is up to your audience. Like some people don't think
No,
you
because if
funny.
somebody said Judge Miles punk ass ain't funny, you would have
I've
a fit.
heard it before. Listen,
But you don't want, nobody
I'm not
wants to.
everybody's cup of
I
tea,
know,
and I'm
but
okay with
nobody wants to hear
That's a lot of tea.
that negative feedback or negative criticism
Yeah,
about
but it
whatever they
happens.
craft. But whatever they craft is, you don't want that to be the general consensus. And I think when people say, "Oh, well, yeah, I've been doing comedy so and so," and I had to go watch her set,
Oh, and that's the bad part.
and
Pressure.
I only went to watch it because the other young lady that was on the show
We got another caller.
was from here, and I knew who she was. I
When
already
they
knew
be
she
like
did.
this, I tore down the stage. I had a standing ovation.
Hello,
Yes.
caller. Who's this? Hold on. We can't hear you. Hold on. Hello. Can you hear us, caller?
We
Dang.
I can barely. Yeah.
We can hear you more.
But you probably can hear it.
Do y'all want callers?
Yeah. Now I can hear you. Hello.
now.
Hello.
Hello? Do y'all want callers?
Yeah. Who's calling?
This is the famous Karen Ferguson.
Oh, this the lady who went ham for Monique on my post.
Okay. Karen Ferguson.
Hello there.
Yeah, fuck Monique. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh shit. He said fuck Monique. What you gotta say? And he said she was fat and wasn't funny.
Listen. Okay, fuck Monique, but why? And give me some facts and receipts. That's all I'm about is facts and receipts.
Period.
Well, let's talk about why. Let's talk about why she was right.
Okay, why she?
Let's
we
talk about why she was
limited
wrong.
Wait a minute. Are we going into just the daughter thing? Because y'all can't just focus on the daughter thing.
No.
we don't even bring that
Overall,
up.
her whole thing. We you got 2 minutes. You got a minute and a half because we about to cut it. But you got a minute and a half.
You were supposed to call me.
Yeah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen because you was kind of overboard. But we got a minute and a half. Let me know your take on the whole situation.
Okay, my quick take is she showed a contract. Not y'all, but they joked where her and her husband wrote it. Right, because y'all know that artists will sometimes produce a contract because that's how the promoter knows about their writers. So y'all clowning her about that. QP's initials was in the corner. That was Quentin Perry. Where is DL's contract? I really can't get past that.
Give us some claps on that.
I can't get past that.
Yeah.
Where is his
He had a
contract?
contract.
And why y'all trying to play her like she just made some stuff up out thin air?
Do you know if Monique got paid?
What do you mean? No, of course I wouldn't know that part. But if she did get, wait a minute. Are you telling me? Listen.
What does that matter, though?
That matters a lot.
Karen, don't let D. Jones pull you down the rabbit hole. Go ahead and say what you going.
Listen, I'm gonna get him because he talking shit. Because you acting like a coward like DL was.
Ooh. Now don't be in the uproar. Don't cry.
I'm not about to.
You got your hat on like
No. I want to hear what you gonna say.
with
Yeah.
jokes.
So, Karen, let me ask.
I'm a coward. How though? Like, cause I'm not on Monique's
Let
side.
me tell you how. No. That's got nothing to do with it. You don't have to be a fan, but you don't have to be disrespectful when you don't have all the facts.
I didn't say anything disrespectful. I said she was unprofessional. That's not how
But
you
how was
handle.
she unprofessional?
That's not
So
how
wait a
you
minute, hold
handle
Hold on.
the stage.
She's a comedian.
That's
Coco.
what you
She's
say.
Yes.
That's your
She's a
opinion.
comedian. She's a comedian.
your
She
opinion.
roasted his ass.
That's
She
it.
roasted
And y'all
him.
in the uproar.
But Karen,
No.
Karen,
That
Karen,
wasn't
let
a
me
That was she said something.
If I
Karen,
come
let me
on
say
stage and
this.
say Judge Miles
It
an
was
ugly
10
ass
minutes.
bitch, that's not a roast.
Karen, let me say
That's
this.
personal.
She roasted. It was fun. We were cracking
People
up,
were
bro.
laughing. Stop playing with her.
We were standing up for her.
So
But
let me.
number one, that's Monique anyway. That was no.
Give me a Monique joke.
So
She
our
know 'em all.
people, our
She got
people.
Doctor
pictures.
was saying,
Here we
like
So-
the young lady was saying. I know you about to cut me off.
No,
Like the
I was
young
just
lady
gonna
was
ask a
saying.
question. Cause sometimes
Oh,
people
go ahead.
laugh. Sometimes people laugh at you, and sometimes people laugh with you.
I bet you
That's
right
why
now,
we was
Monique
high-fiving
can
her.
bring
You
out
don't stand
people
ovation.
and make people laugh.
don't-
Period.
You don't do a standing ovation.
Period.
They
I
bet
laughing
you
at you.
I bet you she can.
She can't sell out by herself. Why she not doing it?
I bet you
Why
she
she not doing
She
it?
been
Say
selling out in
something. I bet
Vegas.
she can bring
She has been
people
selling out in
and make
Vegas.
people
She got a
laugh.
residency
This I
in
know.
Vegas. She
This I
does.
know.
Right. Right.
So this is what I'm saying. I wish Monique well and all her blessings. I miss DL. I wish DL Hughley well and all his blessings. I
Coco,
wish.
I don't understand how you wish him well when he's been disrespecting her for years. I don't understand that, sister. I don't understand why some more in them ain't stepping up for her. Where's the women comedians talking
People
about?
aren't gonna do
Okay,
that. We
Karen,
so
Karen, I
segregated, it
responded.
don't make no
I
sense.
responded to what you said on Twitter.
Right.
I need you to go back a little bit and look at the allegiance and the alliance and some of the conversations that have been had on YouTube and all of that stuff about comedy. Karen, until you walk in this world of entertainment
Right.
and comedy,
I get it.
sometimes you can't always be against somebody publicly. You just have to stay in your lane and know what's going on.
And Karen, thanks for calling because we about to close the show in a minute, but we really appreciate you calling. This is my Carly ass saying thank you for calling.
Okay, so
Thank you.
I got what is your comedy pet peeve, D Jones? What's your comedy?
Yeah, you can cut
Okay,
it.
and
All right,
then
Karen,
it's
thank you,
all
sweetheart.
good.
What is your comedy pet peeve? 3 things.
Not being funny. not taking
No,
it serious.
no. Okay, for real. As a comedian, when you see another comedian on stage
Try to be funny.
and your booty cheeks get tight, what is the one thing that really, really bothers you as a comedian when you see other comedians?
When they on the stage.
When they on, when they on the
D-Jones, I
stage,
just wanted to know.
yeah, yeah.
Let him answer the question.
Yeah.
I'm getting in your monkey
So-
mouth ass. Shut the fuck up. Talk to them.
Not monkey
You
mouth.
shut your monkey mouth ass up.
So my biggest pet peeve when I see other comics on the stage
Three things.
is one, when they think they killing it and they not. Like when they up there telling jokes, ain't nobody laughing, but they think they killing it. Two, when they just don't have no material, and three, probably them really my only two pet peeves. really.
Mailman, same question.
Yeah.
Same question.
High, drunk, and unprofessional.
Oh, high, drunk, and unprofessional. Damn. Judge
I'm
Miles.
gonna have to go with talking shit, just talking shit, rambling, wasting my time, and being drunk and unprofessional.
Okay, what's yours?
What? All of them.
All of them.
I'm kind of hard on female comics. I have an issue with female comics that don't have creativity, and
So
they have
before we leave, why can you do? Because I know you have a heart for female comics. Do like a luncheon with the women.
These hoes don't listen.
Well, we talking about that.
You don't think they'll do it?
These hoes
You
don't
know,
listen.
have you tried? Try it first.
I've had private conversations, and it's a few comedians. Let me take that back because I don't want to be like, oh, she called us out. It's a
Don't
few.
be in y'all feelings, y'all.
It's a few comedians that I've had real conversations with that have taken. We've had real conversations. Like we
Right.
didn't kicked it, and all of that. And it's a lot of other women that don't want to listen. And if I was going to do that, I would charge, because when people pay, they'll listen. I wouldn't just like it's
that's
folks
true.
that I talk to all the time, and we talk about jokes and comedy and being on the road and all that stuff like that, and that's cool. But if I did that, y'all gonna pay to hear what I gotta say.
All right, real quick, say how they can follow you.
You can follow me, Comedian Judge Miles, on Instagram, Comedian Judge Miles on Facebook.
Ginger Hudson on Facebook, Coco the Comic on Instagram and Twitter.
Mailman Funny, Instagram, comedian Melvin Bender.
And y'all ain't gonna follow me, but we'll see y'all next.
What's your name?
D Jones, they know
Coward
me.
D. Jones.
Cut the cowardly lion. See y'all next week. Peace. We talking about prostitution next week.
Ooh, we